I want a man who has great hygiene. Like, that's so important to me. I want a man who wears his pants pulled up on him, not all the way up, like that's too much. But I have things that I like to, but I also want my man to have a little swag. I want people to stop and take a look, So I was having a conversation with who I'm seeing, and I'm so thankful and grateful for him. Because he's a secure person and he lets me be myself, and that is very important.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, you always wonder what is the wall? You're looking at it. Man, this what it look like when you don't get a man when you're young and tender, and then you end up old and cantankerous and lonely. Talk about some man that you screwing. Up in this kitchen. I don't even want to start on that. I know Mr. Walker let her have it.
Ronnie, what happened, my sweet baby? Dang, the years have not been kind to you. Listen here, Ronnie might be a cool sister. We all tainted. She didn't really do that. Her and Junior, that was fake. Y'all got to let up off this, sister. That was all. Playas Club was a movie. She didn't really do that. To what was her name? Diamond. Yeah, all make believe. She might be a good sister. Let's see what she got to say. Let's see the kids.
So this is her now at 50-something years old. She out here talking about dating.
So I was having a conversation with who I'm seeing, and I'm so thankful and grateful for him. Because he's a secure person and he lets me be myself, and that is very important, you guys. It's very important, because when I have to start trying to overthink who I am, to who I gotta show up as for somebody to be happy with me, I'm gonna be unhappy, and that's not gonna work for me. Amen. So for those of you who don't think I have somebody, honey, Shantae's got a man. Hey, he be yes, and I am happy, and so is he.
Shout out to her.
She belongs to the streets.
Listen, one thing we know with some hard meat to do:
no bread, no water, just meat.
You get some of that good hard meat, even she jumping for joy. She in there shouting to Jesus. Ooh.
Thank you, man. Listen here. That's desired outcome. Everybody that was wondering. And ladies, that's why we say it's cheating. She long in the tooth. She done had more experiences than she cared to let us know. However, a little bit of jiggly cheeks and you can get desirable meats. And that's the desired outcome. You heard her. She said she got a boyfriend. He let her be herself. And that ain't a wife. And that's cool. This is keep it light, auntie. Keep it light, auntie, for the win. Blessings.
She gonna start popping that old funky cat, man.
I can smell your nappy pussy.
No, alizations. I ain't believing it. I don't.
She ain't got no drawers on. That thing just jumping like a rabbit. Look at her.
It's
no drawers. Where you at? Who's the master? Go take a whiff of that.
Hey, listen here. This season here for incels, men that want cheeks but can't get them. I couldn't be y'all. Because I mean, listen here. I got strong libido. I couldn't do this. How do you observe this? IG, Facebook, just constant cheeks and kudakata, and you can't get a hold of a woman. This is why y'all be on OF.
I mean, you want to talk about a fall from grace. Look at the left. Ronnie was the thing back in the day. Like I said, if she was married, she could be a thing to her husband. But y'all just be out here, you mismanage your kudakata, and you end up here.
Truck driving Unc loves her dearly.
Go. Here we go. This is still her. All right, y'all see she be in the house cooking. This is her.
Crystal responds to followers criticizing her wardrobe she wears around the house.
But some of y'all be like, ooh, she too old, she too old. And I just want to know exactly what it is that I'm too old for. I'm too old to be getting up, putting on the robe without a in my house and talking shit. I'm too old for that. I think not.
Yes.
Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Don't save her.
Yes. You're supposed to be an elder, a gatekeeper,
Mhm.
passing down knowledge and wisdom and wealth. All of that. You up here destroying why do folks defend the culture that's destroying us? This woman here is like, this is ground zero.
I agree. I take back any halfway pleasant things I say. I didn't know she was built like Benzino. That's unfortunate. I had no idea. Yeah, and I didn't really see them cabinets, Mr. X. She took some goddamn going Rust-Oleum spray paint to them cabinets. Them cabinets been in there since 1940 something. Them boys old. Yeah, if she was to open up one of them cabinets, I guarantee the inside ain't painted. And it's a dark gloss brown.
Man, so what you got, Raquel? What's your take so far? This is Ronnie, Playas Club.
I would have rather just stayed with the image of her in Players Club from 1998 than see this. You know, like my around here, there's a high school reunion thing every weekend. I don't show up because I thought everybody was lame in high school and I just don't want to hang out with them. You know what I mean? But the girls that are there every weekend, they look like this.
Mhm.
They're there, they look just like this. Like, I think Mr. Walker, that shoulder thing, that Benzino, you're talking about the neck to shoulder ratio thing.
Yeah,
But
real compact.
yeah, you spoke on that. You've said several times that we need to watch out for bonquishas that got their shoulders up around there. Yeah, look at that.
They
I
tense.
just
That's tense. See, and they only get released for a while. Once Nug Nug hit that spot, they'll drop. But as soon as you realize Nug Nug leaving, they rise right back up. They got
I just she looks so shot out to be as old as she is, where her nips, the headlights are beaming right now, clapping her booty cheeks. I mean, I don't think she looks bad for a woman her age, but aren't you supposed to like mature into some like classy woman that's like, why aren't we seeing you having tea or like vacationing with Lisa Ray? Or I don't know. There's so many other things she could show as an older woman, how to use that air fryer in the background.
Right.
Why are you doing this? If you have a
Hold up.
man and you're happy, like I send little cute videos to my husband, but I would never dare put them on Instagram or, YouTube.
Well, these women are purely self-destructive, hence the title. So that's why these young girls are following suit. If I see my grandma twerking and carrying on, how would I think there's a problem with me doing it? There couldn't be a problem with me doing it or my
It's a
mama or
problem.
grandma's doing it. So it's a trickle down. If there's no shame from the top down, they all will act like this.
No generation can hold the other generations accountable. That's why we see these these daughters lashing out on the moms. The daughter grow up and start sneaking and jumping out the window middle of the night, and the mom rightfully tries to stop her. And then the daughter turn around like, you was doing the same thing. Shut up, grandma told me. And I promise you, that's verbatim. And then if I can't tell you nothing, then the cycle continues. So again, it's a lack of love and accountability that caused all this.
I'm too old for it. I'm too old to be getting up, putting on the robe without a in my house and talking shit. I'm too old for that. I think not. I think not. Now, there's a lot of things I'm too old for, but that's not one. I'm too old to go to the prom. I'm too old for that. I am too old to think that I could go to an event after 10 to stay awake. That I'm too old for. Now, that's something I'm too old for. I am definitely too old to go back and forth with somebody that that I could have pushed out the pink, honey. I'm too old for that. And for those who know. Let's see. What else am I too old for? It's some things that I'm too old for, but putting on a robe and talking a little trash or, getting a little advice, am I wrong?
Yeah, misleading. You are miseducating the youth. This was these women be so lonely and they know ain't nothing coming their way. Misery loves company. So they sit on the internet and they give bad advice so people can try to be like them. Youth. She ain't giving advice to other 50, 60-year-old women. She on TikTok with 20-year-old women. They like, oh, that's Ronnie from the Playas Club. I want to be like her when I grow up.
Hey, she's full of such cap. We understand that you young Thunderbacks, or old Thunderbacks, excuse me. She up here talking about she too old or too grown to date somebody she done pushed out her pink, her words. That's not true. You 50-something years old, you telling me you won't date a 30-year-old something, 25, you a liar. She up here lying, horned up again. Shout out to YouTube and the internet period. Without social media, do y'all not realize y'all don't get a look into the world of Ronnie? Huh? Y'all don't get to see her in her green robe on the internet trying to thirst trap. And it's thirst trapping. It's effective. That's why she's doing it.
This what happens after you get, implants, and then you get old, and now, they look all blowed out because the nipples are like still perky. So something is crazy, but they've all expanded.
No, don't know. Y'all stop. No,
the cocoa butter is working.
No.
The cocoa butter is working.
No props. It's not working. You can't give her. See, that feeds her. That's like being afraid of Freddy. You just gonna feed it. Don't give her. No, the nipples is bad. It's all bad.
That part.
Oh, in my house.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
I'm too old to try to have more than twice in one day, but I'll be trying. No, see, the problem is some of us claim old age before we should, and we claim old shit and old behavior before we should, But I want y'all to know that if you have a problem with seeing me in my robe in my house.
So here we are. Ronnie, this is the problem. I mean, these are some of the first and second generation of women. Big Ma and them was married to Paw Paw. All right, they was old. Big Ma took pride in being a grandma and passing down a legacy. Y'all are, what does it look like when you single at 50 and 60? You still want to be young. Don't nobody want to be 50 and 60-year-old woman and single and act 60, right? That's only for a married 60-year-old woman, 50-year-old. But when you single, now you got to tap into that youth and try to stay forever 21.
Hence the stores, hence the songs. Y'all don't get it. You forfeit the pleasure and the fulfillment of just completely resting in your golden years, 50, 60, with your mate, and y'all just rocking out, y'all laughing about the things y'all have made it through, y'all looking forward to the future. That's got to be the closest thing to fulfillment. Again, glory to the Godfather. Life is about relationships and experiences within those relationships. It's not about how many shiny trinkets you can collect. Look at all the pharaohs and all that. They still digging up their stuff and taking it. You can try to bury yourself with all you want. They still gonna take it. They don't care.
And if she says she has a man, just go off and go be happy with that man and stop making all these videos. I'm sure he doesn't appreciate her coming downstairs and making content with that green robe on and the nips are nipping, So I'm sure he doesn't appreciate that. So
well, hell, he probably a couch Negro and she probably pays the bills. Content creation is paying the bills. He ain't got no say so. He ain't gonna go say put some clothes on. No, he gonna be like, let me get the keys and let me hold $20.
And he make sure he got some new moves for the night. Shout out to Nug Nug. I got a little bit of innocent envy. Nug Nug, all he got to do is stay halfway looking like something. First thing she said, keep his hygiene up so she could put her mouth everywhere and come up with new finishing moves for her. That's all.
So here we go. Shout out to Ronnie from Playas Club. There's still a little bit more juice left, huh?
Yeah, for sure. You said them cheeks, them ninjas wanted. Yeah, glaze away. Come on, Glaze Council, approved.
We got us the gun line.
Tell them about the gun line, boss.
We may not know which way to go.
Oh Lord, see, this shit is gonna be dangerous. Some dark winged duck shit. Let's get dangerous. I play the fool for the fool. Everybody plays the fool sometime, and no exception to the rule. Listen, baby, you hear me? I played the fool for a fool.